Andrew Keen, CEO and president of AlphaShark.com. Today we're going to be talking about the what of trading. Last week I gave you the who of trading. Anybody can be a full-time trader like myself. You can do it an hour a week, an hour a day, 8 hours a day. Today we're going to talk about the what. There are so many different products to trade out there. I've traded every product out there. Let's talk about the individual products and we'll talk about the advantages and the disadvantage of each of them. Let's start with the one that gets the most hype on YouTube. They're called penny stocks. These are non-publicly traded companies. These are usually yellow sheets or pink sheet stocks that are very highly manipulated. You will see YouTube videos all over. Some guy making $5,000 as the stock went up from 50 cents to 70 cents. The reason that these go up and they fluctuate is they're controlled and manipulated market. So what you should never ever do is trade penny stocks. Someone has a newsletter, a service for you, telling you how you can make money in penny stocks. Run for the fucking hills. It's a scam. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about the four main products you can actually trade. We're talking about publicly traded companies. We're talking about companies that have price to earnings. They have multiples. They actually have employees, not these penny stock bullshit. Okay? First thing we can trade is forex. Those are currency pairs. Forex actually are the highest dollar amount product traded in the world. Okay? U.S. dollar, Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar, euro, the Swiss franc. You have the Turkish lira, you have the crown. There's so many different pairs you can trade. Currency pairs are 100% the best thing to trade if you're learning technical analysis. So if you want to get into technical analysis 101 is great for currencies. So upside advantages of currency pairs. You can open an account with as little as $2,000. Forex.com or FXCM.com. You can open an account there for $2,000, $5,000. It's a great way to learn, guys. The profitability is probably not going to be there. You could be in the trade for 2 weeks. I'll show you a little example here. I opened an FXCM account, put $5,000 in it. I put on 2 currency pairs. I have a lot going on, totally forgot about them. About 6 weeks later, I had stop losses and targets in place. My stop losses did not get hit. My targets did not get hit. So 6 weeks later, I was still in the trade, and I think my P&L was up or down 60 bucks. So advantages of trading currencies, very, very liquid, very to get in and out of a position. Disadvantage, very, very slow. Profitability can't really fluctuate that much. It's hard to make money in currencies. Let's talk about the next thing. We're going to talk about futures. Futures are a great product to trade. You can day trade futures, you can swing trade futures. Some of the most common ones to trade, S&P 500 futures. You can trade NASDAQ, you can trade the Qs. Qs actually is an ETF. You can trade NASDAQ. Those are a couple of them. You can trade corn, you can trade soybeans. Those are great to trade. I like them. They're very, very liquid. Great product to trade. They do move a lot. If you want to trade gold or oil, those are futures. You got to be a beast because oil is $1,000 a one lot, $1. Okay, you can get stops ran through them on an oil number. Gold, you can get your stops ran. Gold and silver, be very, very careful. That's a big boys game. But S&P and the NASDAQ trade very, very well on a 12-minute bar. Advantages of trading the futures, you can trade those bad boys 23.25 hours a day. They're only closed for 45 minutes a day. I could go to my computer right now, I see them trading, they're down 25 cents. At night, they're a lot less liquid. They don't move as much unless there's news out of Europe. So advantages of futures, very liquid, you can trade them at any point of the day. Disadvantages, keep it on gold and oil, those are big boy games. Next thing we're going to talk about is trading stocks. And we're not talking about penny stocks again. This is what we've learned so far. If you take any advice from me from this whole video, stop watching YouTube videos about penny stocks. They're fucking scams. Okay, publicly traded companies. 8,700 publicly traded companies out there. You can trade anything. I personally think day trading stocks is the hardest product to trade. Most stocks stay in a trading range, and they're very, very hard to trade. They're very liquid. So the advantages is they're easy to trade in and out of. Facebook might be 100,000 shares up, 1 penny line. Disadvantages require a lot of margin. If you want to buy, in theory, 100 shares about Google, talked about, it's about $80,000. So you need a lot of margin to trade stocks. They're liquid. You can day trade them. You can get in and out of your position, but they do require a lot of margin. Let's talk about the last product, which is my favorite, which I emphasize on, equity options. Okay, these are options on publicly traded companies. So out of the 8,700 publicly traded companies, there's roughly 4,199 with stocks in those options. Okay, advantages of trade of options. I had a position today in ZIOP. I was long May 7 calls. So the right but not obligation to buy stock at 7. Stock was up about 7% today. Those calls went up and over doubled in value from 35 to 80. So advantages, Okay, it's a derivative of stock. So it takes your stock returns and magnifies them. So if stock moves 2%, an option in theory could double. So advantages of trading options is you can get a better ROI and you can make a lot more money in a short period of time. Disadvantages of trading options, guys. I'm an options guy. There are a lot of disadvantages, okay? A lot of people don't understand the Greeks. We talk about this, and this is why we give you our lessons and tutorials on teaching every single Thursday that you can come and watch. Implied volatility crushes, especially after earnings, time decay on options, okay? So the 5 components of option pricing strategy is things that you got to understand. You almost ask anybody that trades in New York, if they know how to trade options, they're like, whoa, those are too hard for me. So they are very complex, but they're the best thing to trade. That's how I've made close to $5 million in my trading career. Trading options, guys, this is what I specialize in, this is what I teach you. Takeaways, what you should trade. Don't fucking trade penny stocks. The only time I'm gonna swear when I put an F before penny stocks, don't do it. I know you watch a lot of YouTube videos how somebody bought 100,000 shares for 7 cents and sold it at 8 cents, but it's a scam. Currencies are great for trading, learning how to trade technical analysis. Futures are good because they're very liquid. Stay away from oil and gold. Stocks require a lot of margin. You can day trade them very, very easily, usually with a prop firm. And then equity options are my favorite. They have the highest ROI, highest risk, also the highest reward, and they can magnify your returns. So that is the what of trading. Next week, we're going to go over the when of trading. When to trade, what products you should trade. We kind of give it a little snippet for next week. We talk about trading futures 23.25 hours a day. Usually they're most liquid the first hour of the day, which is known as the opening range. But we'll talk about that more next week, guys. So this is the what of trading, what products you should trade, advantages and disadvantages of everything, guys. If you guys ever have a question about anything, please leave your comments below, or you can always email me, andrew@alphashark.com. I'm not a registered investment advisor. I can't give you recommendations or advice, but it's more important I can offer you my opinion. I've been in this business for 14 years, guys. I've been doing this for a long time. I've traded every product out there. I've traded everything out there. I was long some weed stock that was like 1/3 of a penny. I was long 350,000 shares. So I've traded everything out there. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, we want to hear your comments. We want to hear your feedback. And also, more importantly, you can email me. I have a personal email address. I email all my subscribers and fans within 24 hours. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you next week of the When in Trading.